like all those buses on the way here?
They're all for this.
Right.
This ain't no lake.
And it's the man-made joint, right?
Yes. Man-made ocean is what this shit
Right.
is.
This is incredible. This looks incredible.
That's
everything.
Look. So you start with the Romans, and you be like, oh wait a minute, they got it from the Greeks, and then you go to the Greeks, and then you come here, and you be like, wait a minute, they got it all from here.
Going inside, right?
Yeah, let's take a couple pictures real quick right here because we're not gonna be back on this side.
Wow, look at the wall. Look at that wall. Oh my God.
This is incredible.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Go there and not take pictures.
Oh, really?
Oh, he moved.
Which one am I back?
Street has it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Dress.
Polka dot. All right, that's what we say. All right, Red. Okay, come on.
Trina got me doing that shit sometimes. Why did this make me think of Burger King? Look at this. Look like a burger. Lettuce and tomatoes in there in the burger. I'm gonna just get a swoop. I'm just gonna swoop through this because there's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Welcome to Alaska.
He said we cruising after this? Word, I thought we staying docked.
Some crews and some guys want us to leave at 5:30. We want to leave at 6:30. Good job. Here we go. Let's carry on. Follow me.
Thank you so much.
Tigers, my tigers. Okay. Well, inside these remaining parts in such a good shape. Why? As you saw in Philae, as you would see in other places, most of the seams were scratched.
But I guess in that age,
Yeah, get that off.
what else is to believe in?
Here is the coronation of the pharaoh. Start with the pharaoh. Here you could see only the hand and feet. A low rank of a priest, how can burning incense as a kind of an offering in the path of the pharaoh. How can you tell he's a low rank of a priest?
That's a whole year's count.
Now, every farmer memorizes, uses the Coptic calendar, but it's actually the ancient Egyptian calendar. Colors in the hieroglyphs here. The one who hated Cleopatra's guts, because she almost took the throne, the rule of the empire away from him, was her son from Julius Caesar, Caesarion. And when they assassinated Caesar, he led the campaign to conquer Egypt, and Cleopatra and her new ally, Mark Antony, fell. But the priesthood here, who were actually running or administrating the country, want to keep their power. So they wanted to change their allegiance, their loyalty to Trajan. And they wanted to show their power. If we can convince people to accept you as their ruler and their pharaoh, we can keep our power if you let us. And their way was to show Trajan worshipping Egyptian gods. And yet they don't want to upset him. They don't want to upset the Romans. So they chose the two gods even the Greek and Romans worshipped, considered by them as another form of their own. You saw the shrine in Philae temple, made the big one next to the cafeteria, because they thought of Isis as another form of Aphrodite or Venus. The other one was Imhotep. Imhotep, he was considered by the Greek and Romans as another form of Asclepius or Prometheus, the Greek and Roman gods of medicine. Imhotep was the god of medicine. Imhotep was an actual man. Imhotep, the man who designed the very first pyramid in Egypt that still exists till now, one of the earliest in the world, the Step Pyramid of Saqqara. He was a genius physician, the first one to perform a surgery on a living person, using the knowledge they gained or learned for the purposes of mummification to perform a surgery on a living person. The surgery was a double fracture, double break. He cut the tissue and stitched the two bones and then sewed the tissue again. This place, Komombo, was a medical hub. It was a big city. Merchants meet. Many of these products of the merchants used for medicine. One of the biggest two hospitals in all of the Egyptian provinces was next to the temple, because temples were also places of knowledge. Any person who's kind of sick and the healers where they live gave up, they would come here to find better healers and better treatment. We believe that's why the excavation on that side of the temple, on the other side, behind that wall over there, we believe the temple, the hospital was in that section. So the place medical hub, perfect to give a medical addition to the god of medicine. That's why they chose this place to show Roman Emperor Trajan here, kneeling. He's missing from my picture, kneeling, to Imhotep. Imhotep as a divine character holding the staff was and young. He's the man who invented surgery. What are you going to give him? A table full of surgical instruments. Glass vacuum cups, you know cupping? Scroll of papyrus to write down a recipe for medication. Scissors to cut any cloth or fabric while the surgery. Sponge to draw any blood or fluid during surgery. Bin to throw any waste. Probe is like a metal bar but flat in one end. So you want to probe something without touching, or spread an ointment without touching. Spoon with probes. Small balance for the ingredients of medicine as a scale. Skin back to shake a medicine together. Pliers. Flame container knife. The knife is the instrument being sterilized by boiling. Small tweezer. Small driller, another plier, another knife, more probes, clamps. See these hooks? And this triangular piece would be flat and curly. They do an incision, clamps here, the hooks, and the curly part they tie it to a string or something to keep the incision open. Hollowed horns of animals used as enemas. Ouch. Is that right? Two forceps, drillers and saws used for orthopedic surgery such as amputation. See that saw with serrated edge, most probably amputation or something. This one more smooth, more probably like scalp. See? And of course here there is a scroll of papyrus having a recipe for medication which also include the 9 main provinces, the source of the main ingredients for most of the medicine. And underneath a marble basin to purify a hand before or after a surgery. This scene, as you see people coming in and out, you just go around from here or even from the other side. Just when you turn from here to the right, you find it to your left-hand side. Okay? You don't have to wait for a group for a turn to take a picture. Okay? Let me take you to one last part.
Loaded the bottle, and that's that we used to inject with. Here we have another small knife for cut, another syringe for injection, another saw for cutting the boots, and some surgeries there. No, it's okay. Okay.
Whatever impurity